I'm not in the suit, nor am I wearing pants. Good evening, welcome to Late with Kate. I'm your host, Caitlin Tates. I am suitless, I am naked, I am bare below the table. It is way too fucking hot to be doing all that. Enjoy this rare t-shirt outfit that I'm in. Speaking of outfits that I'm in, I went to go see Supergirl again. Sorry, I have a disorder. That being said, I wanted to bring up something I talked about last week. Remember when I was going off on a mini tangent about how people who bring their phones out need to be shot in the head with a BB gun? I said that specifically, with a BB gun. Well, the universe heard it, decided to triple it and give it back to me. Every single showing I went to this week has been hell. Toy Story is a bit of a mess because it's a bunch of little kids in the audience. Little itty bitty babies. Babies. Like actual baby. Like someone was crying in Anyways, the whole row behind me, screaming, wondering how the fuck they're gonna get home, wondering where their phone fell. Meanwhile, they're using the flash of their phone to look for their phone, and then they kept screaming certain words that I'm not gonna say on this channel, but they also kept screaming shit and fuck, and everybody was getting irritated, and the second some nice old lady turned around and said, hey, can you please chill out? They said, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And, it kind of became a whole thing. Nobody, of course, did anything because we live in a docile country. Supergirl. Somebody was eating soup. Supergirl. There was a lady in front of me who had a glass Tupperware and a metal spoon. So every time she would eat, you'd hear that ding, 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 ding. It drove me fucking crazy. Thank you, lady. Dude behind me, same showing, eating bread. Just like sliced bread. He was just getting it out of... There was a duck watching Supergirl. That's your audience, Supergirl. Ducks. Ducks and people who fuck with soup. Makes sense to me. Anyways, let's talk about other things that have happened this weekend in the real world. Taylor Swift got married. Congratulations, Miss Swift. It is the 4th of July. Yay! Nothing says, I love America, like blasting off mini bombs in the backyard of your neighbor who happened to be a veteran. So Godspeed and God bless. I've discovered a lot about myself, actually, this last week. I've discovered I waggle my foot whenever I like watching a movie, so I am definitely on a list somewhere that should be prescribed medication. Anyways, things about myself. I want to introduce you to a segment I'm calling How to Eat Candy. This is very important to me. This is actually genuinely how I live my life. It's a hell. But I have prepared here some candy that you can't see it, but I'll explain it to you, so it's okay. Chill out. I know how you guys can be sometimes. So here I have Bila, or Bilar, if you're American like me. It comes in 3 different colors. The ones that I have are pink, green, and white. Forgive me, I'm going to have to do this upside down. And it might be backwards for you. We have a low budget. So Bila comes in white, pink, and green. Okay, so for the ease of example, I have 2 of each of them. Okay. That's a 2. The way you have to eat these is either you can have them all together as one. So you can have one white. How am I going to draw this? Oh, you can see. I'll figure it out. The way you can eat these is either you pair with white first, so you have one white, one green, one white, one pink, and then you have the demonic pairing of pink and green. We try to avoid that. That is worst case scenario. You do not ever want to have 3 of each color and then get left with the pink and green. That is just awful. So ideally what you want to do is you just eat whites with whites, and pinks with pinks and greens with greens. We are a pro-segregation channel. Please don't clip that. That is how you eat candy. Now, the tricky part is when it's something like M&M's, right? So, those come in a lot of different colors. It's 5 instead of 3. And that's a little tricky. That's a little tricky. So, what colors? They have blue, brown, red. I think they have a yellow, orange, and green. Okay. This is where it gets a little tricky. Blue can be eaten with red. Blue can also be eaten with green. Easy peasy, right? Blue can also be eaten with orange. Brown can be eaten with orange. Okay? We're going to come back to that in a second, but just understand. Red, as we mentioned, can be eaten with blue. Red can also be eaten with green. Now, in a very rare situation, red can be eaten with brown. But brown cannot be eaten with red. You need to understand this, okay? This is like subtraction and the order matters. The order of operations matter, okay? So, remember, brown, no red. Red can brown, okay? Yellow goes to green all the time. Yellow can go with blue. But again, it has to be first. You can't have blue and yellow. You can have yellow and blue. But that's only if there is no green. If there is a green, then it can go with blue. But if there's a green, it has to go with green. Okay? You guys following along, or am I fucking insane? Like, if I see the candy in my hand, this is what is happening in my head. I'm doing the math to organize and structure them. And then I line them up in my hand and like in groups of two. So that, okay. Yeah, like I said, there's a list with my name on it somewhere. I feel like this is very easy to understand. Orange is tricky because it goes with blue. We know that. And brown. But, you know, you're probably like, well, what if there's no blue and brown? Well, then you have to split it in half. And you eat it on both sides of your mouth. Orange is weird, okay? But orange goes with two colors, so you should be good. You should be okay. If you happen to have orange and red, that is what I call the suicide. That's not an S. How do you write an S? The suicide concoction. Okay, orange and red together, they are pleasing, but they just don't go together. They're like a toxic relationship. They'll kill each other. But that is how you eat candy. I hope you've enjoyed this segment. Jesus Christ, what are we doing? What are we doing? We have live callers. That's right, live. Definitely not going to be credited on the IMDb page for Late with Kate. I asked for some people to call in with random questions or grievances, and this is, how it's going to go. So I believe we have the first caller on the line. Hello?
Hi, Caitlin. I was
Hello.
just wondering if you had any thoughts about cowboys and the Western genre.
Yes, I do actually. I personally have never seen a Western in my life. Unless we're counting Django Unchained. Then I've seen one Western about 12 times. Next, please.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
I know that you sometimes partake in the television program House, and I was
Yes,
wondering if you could
love
share
House.
any of your opinions on that show.
Yeah, House is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite
Oh my
shows.
god, that was disgusting. I can't believe you would say that.
What did I say?
You should, really edit this out of your video.
What did I
No
say?
one should have to hear you say that. That made me physically uncomfortable.
I said I liked the show.
I think I've been harassed in some way because of this encounter.
What is happening?
Never speak to me again.
What is going on? And they just hung up. They just hung up. What are we doing? I heard you like House. I love House. Fuck you. That is the state of this country. Okay. We have another caller.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
I was wondering if you had any thoughts you could share about the sitcom genre. What are some of your favorites and least favorites? Do you like to watch them?
I love to watch them. I love The Big Bang Theory. I love The Nanny.
Are you serious? Oh my god, that is so embarrassing.
What?
You literally couldn't torture that kind of take out of me.
Which
And
show?
here you are saying it in front of a camera. What is your life, bro?
What? I don't... Are these all from the same person? Is this seriously all from the same person? Did they really just let... Okay. Hopefully a new and different caller.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
I've recently been getting into the music of the global girl group band Cat's Eye, and I was wondering if you'd heard any of their music or had any thoughts on it.
Yeah, I haven't actually
Wow,
yet.
I completely disagree with that thing you just said. Whatever it is that you just said, it made absolutely no sense to me. It was a very stupid thing to say, and I can't believe that you would say it, whatever it was, that thing that you just said. Be it positive or negative, that thing that you just said was completely wrong, and I think you're stupid.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's our show. I hope you've had a great time. I know I have. Have a good night. What the fuck? I can't have opinions anymore. I didn't even get to share my opinion on any of these. You asked me about things maybe I do care about them. Maybe I don't care about them. I don't care about cats. I do love House, but you just told me to fuck off. Why do we let you call? I'm gonna figure out who you are. All of these, the same individual. I'm gonna figure it out. Ugh. Alright.